My name is Robert Mansell. I'm Academic Director of the School of Public Policy. And we are very pleased today to be part of what will be a very significant announcement in just a minute or so, an announcement involving Imperial Oil Foundation and the School of Public Policy. The mission of the school is guided by three words: practical, global, and focused. The school is really focused on three areas: international policy, economic and social policy, and energy and environment policy. In the latter area, our major initiative is called the Energy for Life program. This program embodies research, education, and public outreach on the fundamental role of energy in supporting secure and sustainable economic and social progress, on the interrelationships, trade-offs, and practical alternatives among economic, energy, and environmental goals, and in general, efficient, effective, and informed approaches to energy and environmental policy and regulation. But I don't want to scoop our special guests, so at this point, I'm pleased to introduce Mr. Bruce March. Bruce, as you know, is Chairman, President, and Chief Executive Officer of Imperial Oil Limited and has been a Director of Imperial since January 2008. He's a native of Middleport, New York, and a graduate of the Rochester Institute of Technology. He joined Mobil Oil at the Buffalo Refinery as a project engineer in 1980 and moved through increasingly responsible management assignments in refining, supply, environment, health, and safety. He was named production manager at the Beaumont Refinery in 1993. In 1997, Mr. March was appointed Manager, Product Supply and Trading for Mobil's Europe, Middle East Supply Transportation Area and became a Senior Advisor in operations with ExxonMobil's Global Refining and Supply Company in 2000. In 2000, he became Manager of the Baton Rouge Refinery, lived through Katrina, and in 2006 was the Project Executive for a Qatar gas-to-liquids project with ExxonMobil's Development Company. In 2007, he was appointed as Director, Refining Europe, Africa, Middle East with ExxonMobil Petroleum and Chemicals BVBA in Brussels, Belgium. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Bruce March.
Good morning, and thank you, Robert, for that kind introduction. This morning's lecture marks a very important occasion. It is the first in a lecture series that will bring leading experts to Calgary to present and to contribute to the thinking and the research around energy policy issues. This lecture series is part of a bigger program called Energy for Life that has been designed to enhance energy-related public policy development here in Canada. The creation of the Energy for Life program comes at a very important time. As you know, energy, the economy, and the environment are defining issues for all of us today, whether you participate directly in the energy industry or not. The environment is really at the top of mind of all Canadians, and the need for energy around the world continues to grow. At Imperial Oil, we're committed to supporting the dialogue and the analysis that will help create effective energy-related public policy. It's important to all of us that we have policies that strike the right balance between the economy, the environment, and the need for energy across the world. I'm very pleased today to announce that the Imperial Oil Foundation is donating $1 million to the School of Public Policy at the University of Calgary. Now, this donation will be used to support the Distinguished Lecture Series, as well as the school's research, the school's education, and their outreach plans. I believe the program's focus is of very critical importance to our country and to our industry. We have every confidence it will add meaningful contributions to the discussions and the decision-making around energy and the environment. It will also help make the School of Public Policy an institution of major significance that will serve as a source of the discourse and the education of the policymakers in Canada for generations to come. So in closing, I'd really like to thank the University of Calgary for its vision and its support. I'd also like to thank the School of Public Policy, its professors, its staff, its students, many of whom are in the room with us today, for their perseverance in creating the Energy for Life program. And finally, I'd like to thank all of you here today for coming and getting involved in supporting this very important initiative. Thank you.
Also with us today is Gary Greniak. He's the Vice President of Development at the University of Calgary. And this morning he's also representing President Weingarten, who is unable to be here.
Dr. Weingarten, who couldn't be with us today, the Board of Governors at the University of Calgary, our faculty, our staff, and in particular our students. I bring greetings and our sincere appreciation to the Imperial Oil Foundation and to the Board of Directors of Imperial Oil Limited, some of who are with us today, for this outstanding, generous, thoughtful investment. Imperial Oil Limited and Imperial Oil Foundation have a long storied tradition across this country of making strategic investments, north and south, east and west, supporting Aboriginal initiatives, community service initiatives, United Way, universities, colleges. They've had a long tradition in Calgary of supporting the University of Calgary. This gift goes a long way, in a very strategic way, to support something that's so fundamental for the development of a sustainable society. The investment in public policy is probably one of the most strategic investments that anyone can make in our future. So again, on behalf of the University of Calgary and our students, faculty, and staff, thank you for this very strategic investment. We will use it wisely, and we will steward this investment, and we will report back to you. You have our pledge. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. It's an honor to introduce our first and very distinguished speaker in the Imperial Oil Distinguished Lecture Series. Mr. Andrew Swiger is Senior Vice President of ExxonMobil Corporation and a member of the corporation's Management Committee. Throughout his career, he has held a variety of technical, managerial positions in production operations, engineering, planning, and gas and power marketing. He joined the company in 1978 as an operations engineer in Morgan City, Louisiana, eventually moving through a series of upstream and managerial assignments in Africa, Europe, and North America. Mr. Swiger moved to the downstream operations in 1996, serving as general manager of manufacturing at the company's Jurong refinery and petrochemical plant in Singapore. And in 1999, as many of you in this room will know, he returned to the upstream operations as president and general manager of Mobil Oil Canada. Following the merger, he was appointed corporate production advisor at ExxonMobil's headquarters in Irving, Texas. In 2001, he was appointed Vice President for Africa, and in 2003, he was named Chairman and Production Director for ExxonMobil International Limited, with responsibility for production in the Europe, Caspian, Russian region. He also served as the lead country manager for ExxonMobil's business in the UK and Ireland. Mr. Swiger was named Executive Vice President of ExxonMobil Production Company in 2004, and he served in that capacity until being named President of ExxonMobil Gas and Power Marketing in 2006, a position he held until being elected Senior Vice President of the corporation in 2009. He's originally from Washington, D.C. He holds a bachelor's degree in petroleum engineering from the Colorado School of Mines. He's a member of the Center for Strategic and International Studies Advisory Board. Today, Mr. Swiger will be speaking on the topic of the outlook for energy, the importance of innovation and international cooperation in meeting the world's energy needs,